Welcome to Delaware Live Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell. We're going to have four JV matches for you to start tonight. You're going to watch the rivalry tonight between the Caesar Rodney Riders and the Smyrna Eagles, and we'll be back in about two matches away from the start of the varsity with the pre-match show. So enjoy these JV matches here on Delaware Live Sports. Hey, just a little bit of free wrestling for you folks. We'll be back in a few minutes. And welcome to Delaware Live Sports, folks. You're here for the rivalry. A lot of history in this match coming up. The Caesar Rodney Riders and the Smyrna Eagles. I'm Benny Mitchell. With me tonight, my partner, Nick Alessandrini, old Sparty, the former St. Mark Spartan. On the camera tonight, Nick Halliday. Nick, coming into this match, you got, everybody knows that if you're a wrestling fan, you know Caesar Rodney Smyrna is the big match. And you look in the background of this picture tonight, and the place is empty and due to the COVID rules, and that doesn't happen when Caesar Rodney and Smyrna normally wrestle.
No, I mean, we were talking about it a little bit off air before we came on. I mean, we were just saying lights would be dim. This place would be packed to the brim.
Right.
The noise, the electricity in this building usually goes unmatched to any other sporting event that I've been a part of or been to as a spectator. It's going to be a little bit different tonight. Obviously going to be very competitive still, however, out on the mat, and we're looking forward to this one.
So, folks, coming up, we're going to look at the team rankings here in a little bit as you're joining some JV matches. It looks like a rider is going for a pin there, and he gets the pin in this JV match. So here are the top 5 in each division. You got Salesianum, number 1, haven't won a state title since 1984, their only title, and they're now the number 1 ranked team in the state, followed by Cape Henlopen, Caesar Rodney, Milford, and Smyrna. And in Division 2, it's Caravel Academy, Lake Forest, Laurel, Delaware Military Academy, and Woodbridge. So today you're looking at a number 3 versus a number 5. Smyrna was ranked number 2 in the state until Saturday when the Milford Bucks knocked them off. Milford now ascends up to the number 4 ranking. Let's talk a little bit about tonight's match as the Caesar Rodney Riders, and there is their lineup coming up. Big match tonight, 106, number 5 ranked versus number 4. But let's talk about the Riders. They have MJ Smith at 120 pounds. He's ranked number 5 in the state. And then at the end, going from 170 up, as where their rankings, where most of their guys are ranked, you're looking at DJ Baker at 5, Brock Connor at 5, Shamar Nelson 4, Josh Dyer 4, and the defending 2-time state champ, Kevin Hudson, ranked number 1. And that's tough to be a 2-time state champ at 285 pounds because you're wrestling men.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And probably throughout his entire high school career, he's been that way. And had a chance to see him now the last few seasons since I've been back in the wrestling game now, and very impressive heavyweight.
Alex McAvoy also ranked number 5, and MJ Smith at number 5. Cameron Catawdy ranked number 4 in Delaware. And let's move to the Smyrna lineup, and there's their lineup. These are obviously potential lineups for tonight, folks. We don't know if there's going to be a bump or slide in the match anywhere, but let's talk about these guys. Ranked number 4 at 106 pounds is Wyatt Miller. 2-time state champ Gabe Giampetro, the junior, he's 3-0 in the season. Number 2, Jamar Wells, 3rd in the state last year. He's ranked number 2 at 132. 2-time state champion, 3-time finalist Joey Nattercola, the senior, at 160. Nathan Lesniak at 170. He's a junior, and that ends the rankings. And usually when we see CR and Smyrna, it's a lot of number 1s and number 2s, and not so many 5s and 6. But here, hey, these are 2 young programs. And as I said about CR when they wrestled Sally's, they're kind of built for tomorrow, not so much for today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's hard when you're as successful as these 2 programs are year in and year out, to be that good, to have, 14 potential state champions at each weight class. And, we've seen that out of both of these programs in recent memory. And, now it's, time to reload. And both these teams, may not see the top rankings on paper, but a lot of things can change by the end of the year. A lot of improvements can be made, and still, as it stands right now, both of these teams top 5 in the state.
Folks, looking at another match we're going to keep our other eye on tonight down in Georgetown, Sussex Central and Milford, another battle of 2 top teams in the state. Milford ranked number 4. Sussex Central was in the rankings, trying to get back in. They had a tough loss to Salesianum on Monday night. But right now, after 2 matches, Milford leads 9-0 down there in Georgetown. So we'll keep an eye on that match and try to keep you up to date with that. You're watching Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302. This is the last JV match of the night, and then they'll do the announcements. We'll take a quick commercial timeout and come back with the match when they do that. So, Nick, we talked about the crowd, and what do you think? Wrestling is such an intense sport that a lot of times in these big matches, these kids feed off the crowd, and now there's no crowd to feed off.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't be any more right, Benny. Having wrestled here, having had to wrestle Smyrna Eagles here in this gym, that's definitely something that's very accurate. You can feed off the crowd. I mean, we saw it when we covered the state championships up in Personal last year, the way some of those guys were able to rally in certain matches, due to the momentum that you can gain from the crowd. In this gym, the way it's structured and the way, it's developed, it's the perfect wrestling gym. Having been a part of many team state championships here, dual meets here, and, I mean, fans in this gym is almost unmatched to any other.
And no dual meet state championships here. There are no conference tournaments. It'll be right to the state tournament. It's still waiting to be approved if there's going to be an individual states at Cape Henlopen this year. And we talk about the crowd and we talk about the lack of crowd. I have noticed that the matches I've done, the teams have taken over where maybe teams don't cheer as much. Mm-hmm. I've noticed the teams are doing more encouraging and cheering and taking place of the fans. We are going to have cheerleaders here tonight for Smyrna, but it's been a little weird. Weird season. And you've done some basketball and kind of the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get a slam dunk, nothing happens, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and for the most part, some schools have done a fantastic job, Smyrna included, being able to get, one per student or any type of fan in here. So again, a special thanks to everyone for you being able to have us here tonight at Smyrna. But you said it, and the teams are going to have to pick that up because you're going to need to find some type of momentum, look somewhere, to dig deep when you're out on that mat for 6 minutes. It's the toughest 6 minutes of your life, so you're going to need to dig deep somewhere.
Folks, thank you for joining Delaware Live Sports and the support. We're brought to you by Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware. Also, throughout the state, Arena's Deli, 7 locations throughout the state, downtown Rehoboth Beach. Arena's Cafe on Highway 1 in Rehoboth, in Lewis at the Village of 5 Points, at the airport in Georgetown, Long Neck, Milford, and their Newark location on Main Street. Also, Lasher's Barbecue, Long Neck Road. Lasher's Barbecue, they're getting piggy with it. So, folks, we're getting ready for some wrestling here. We got a second period of this JV match, the fourth match. And that's another thing, limited JVs now. So, how do you keep the young kids interested when maybe only 4 guys and they get a match?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. That is just such a tough task. Even in general nowadays, it's hard to, sometimes get the numbers, especially if you're upstate and look, you almost have maybe a near fall here. But yeah, it's going to be tough, and almost to be able to get out of that one.
Like I can remember when my son, hold on a second, when my son wrestled at Caesar Rodney, and we would go, and you had to get there early because it was sold out for JV for a Milford, for a Caesar Rodney Smyrna, and then you had this hotly contested JV match.
Yeah, I remember being a part of those when I was, sometimes at least early in my career, and. I mean, either way, it's tough to keep all these young guys, like you said, just to stick with it for you got to give them something type of matches, to get them to stick with it, and it's going to be tough this year. And like I said, I couldn't imagine, having to. It's just everything's just so difficult now, and we'll touch on. I'm sure this is my first match now up close and personal, being to see the mask being worn on the mat here.
Right,
so
and the mask break. 10 seconds after each period, there's a mask break. And me and Scott Cameron, we did the match. By the way, my normal partner, Scott Cameron, are way on special assignment tonight, deep down in Sussex County. We have him doing some work for us. But we discussed how what we have noticed is the lack of the whirly bird.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, not as much injury time.
Not as much injury time this year. So what does that say about the 10-second mask break? And maybe in the future, they may want to look at this and go, hey, let's go 10 seconds after each period and cut down on this use of injury time, because we're not seeing it this year.
I mean, and you took the words right out of my mouth. I was heading directly in that direction. But, yeah, I mean, if I was wrestling, I would have killed for a 10-second break after the periods back then. But I've also
and maybe even a drink,
Oh, there you go. Oh, man, you can't beat that. But I mean, it would have been also a whole different thing to have to wrestle with a mask on. Obviously, the conditioning it takes to even participate in 6 minutes of a wrestling match is off the charts. So you throw a mask on top of there, and I can't even imagine how difficult it is now.
And we talked about hotly contested JV matches, and we got one right here, 9-9 here with a minute to go. These two battling, and you can hear the two teams. So we're getting some of this intensity. We're just getting it from a different direction.
Exactly. You're right. We are. It's getting some good noise here, Eder. You talked about the teams being the center soul motivator here in these cases, and we're seeing it right here already in JV. We're not even a 106 varsity yet.
Right. The match will start at 106 pounds tonight. So, like we said, 3 feature matches tonight that we see going in at 106. Alex McAvoy versus Wyatt Miller. At 138, Liam Bush versus Garrett Hudson. And we're talking about a key matchup, 2 unranked guys. So that's how important that is. And then at 107, number 4 ranked Nathan Lesniak up against number 5 ranked DJ Baker. We're looking at that to be our key matches of the night. We could see a bump or a slide in either direction as the dual meet goes, and so we'll see what happens. Like we said, 2 young teams, but they're 2 young teams, but they're Caesar Rodney and Smyrna.
Exactly, and if you picked a good night to watch wrestling here on this Wednesday, and you talked about not a lot of rankings, but this one should come down to the wire. Should be some great matches here in the state of Delaware tonight, and get your popcorn ready. Should be a great one.
And this we'll call it the undercard, 12 to 10 with 22 seconds to go, right?
How about this? And you can hear the crowd in the background now going for both teams, as you mentioned it. Some type of environment here always at Smyrna, no matter what. And how about that at the buzzer? 10 seconds.
No 2 awarded, though. They go out of bounds, 8 seconds to go.
12 to 10 lead for Smyrna in this one.
On their feet with 10 seconds to go. We're going to hold right here. We're not taking a commercial break yet.
What a warm-up to get us ready for varsity. 3 seconds, got to make a move. And that'll wrap it up. A great match.
Yes, down in Georgetown after 5 matches, Milford leads 21-4. So the other big matchup. So, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial timeout during the introductions, and we'll be right back with the Smyrna Eagles and the Caesar Rodney Riders here on 302 Sports, or Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302 Sports. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Soto Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barclays can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First State Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Home has never been more important. Today, our homes serve us in more ways than ever before. Our experienced Capstone Homes team can help you design and build a home for you and your family. We offer an amazing new home experience that earned us the Sussex County Custom Home Builder of the Year Award. At Capstone Homes, you get a fully custom home with in-house drafting, design, customer care, and quality craftsmanship for an amazing value. Create your new home that will serve you better. Create a Capstone.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Crust & Craft in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located just south of the movies at Midway on Coastal Highway, Crust & Craft specializes in wood-fired pizza, homemade pasta, fresh salads, and unique appetizers. Crust & Craft also has an extensive beer list featuring local and award-winning craft beers. The culinary team prides itself on using fresh ingredients and serving beautiful dishes. Crust & Craft open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner on Coastal Highway in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. See you soon.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money, and who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right.
So getting ready to wrestle, folks. Good coin toss, and we'll be getting ready for action. Remember, at 145 pounds, we'll have the Soto Concepts trivia question. The rules to the trivia question are you have to put your answer in the chat. Okay? Don't text. Don't tweet. Don't put it on Facebook. Don't send me an email. The answer has to go in the chat so we can tell who was the first answer. That will come up at 145 pounds. At the end of the night, we'll have a Henloop and Hammers outstanding wrestler, the Hammer of the Night. And here we go, getting ready to get started at 106 pounds. Is Alex McAvoy at 4-0 versus Wyatt Miller at 3-0. Both are sophomores. Miller ranked number 4 in the state, and McAvoy ranked number 5. 4 versus 5 here to start the night at 106 pounds. Smyrna versus Caesar Rodney.
And there we go, Benny. You said it, not a better way. One of the matches that we have circled here on this card in front of us, and what better way to get things started? First match of the night.
Both wrestlers undefeated on the season. And Miller underhook on that side, goes behind, looks to lift and return to the mat, gets the first takedown, and Miller goes up 2-0.
Yeah, nice move there for 2, and now not going to waste any time. Going to try to get some boots in here early.
2-0, minute 25 to go here in the first period. And has a deep half and a wrist on the far side.
Good job to break him down there.
And on the edge with a minute 10 to go, looking for that cross-face cradle is Miller. And they're out of bounds. Minute 7 on the restart. And McAvoy will be in the bottom position.
And again,
I think this is the match both teams want to put in the win column tonight.
Yeah, you said that again. We talked off air before the broadcast. These 3 matches circled, and yeah, this would be a great momentum shift to get things started for either one of these teams.
I think up until Monday night, every match I've done 3 matches, and they've all been 7-7 splits so far. So, everybody pretty close here in wrestling this year. And when it's 7-7 split, it comes down to the bonus points. Again, I'm Benny Mitchell. Joining me tonight is Nick Alessandrini on the camera, Nick Halliday. Thank you for joining Delaware Live Sports. High school wrestling here in Delaware. Deep half again by Miller. 34 seconds to go. He's got the wrist on the far side and puts him in criteria.
Great pressure that time by Miller.
And gets the pin.
Yeah.
So Smyrna goes up 6-0. Folks, your 2 teams, coached by Caesar Rodney, coached by Dan Rigby. And Smyrna coached by Aaron Harris. Your referee tonight is Eric Buxton, and I want to thank Athletic Director Bill Schultz for getting us up and running here tonight. So let's move to mat number 2, where we're going to see Dylan Bennett, the freshman, up against number 1 ranked Gabe Giampetro,
And
for
again,
Smyrna.
Benny, we talked a little bit about how important that first match was, and just to get the win either way. But how about some bonus points for Smyrna at 106?
To get it started, absolutely. So you got the defending state champ on the mat now at 113 pounds, Gabe Giampetro. And he's quickly up 2-0. Yeah. And the last place you want this kid in a match is on top of you.
He had a great chance to watch Gabe last year, and what a wrestler he is. Got a chance to talk to him after his state championship last year, and saw a little bit of your guys' match on Saturday online. Great job, by the way, and he never seems to disappoint.
Last Saturday, I tell you what, he tech-followed Copes, but Copes went after him. Yeah. He went after him, the 8th grader from Milford. And Giampetro looking for a cross-face cradle. Folks, on the scoreboard, your match score will be to the right. To the left of the logos is the team score. Minute 2 to go here on the restart. And Giampetro leads 2-0.
Man, Benny, how good are these Smyrna Eagles in that top position? I mean, we've seen this last year, this year already, in just the first 2 matches, how effective they can be on top, takedowns, and then go right to work.
Giampetro gets the boot in quickly. Now, Bennett able to fight that hand out. Obviously looking for a crossface cradle, which is that, and the power half, or his bars are pretty tough too. Yeah. Gets the boot in on the right side, looking to go crossbody to that power half. Now he's going to take a cradle out of the legs and locks it up as they roll through. Sits back.
There he goes.
Tight cross-face cradle does he have. looking for the fall here with 30 seconds to go in the first period. Smyrna started the season ranked number 2 in the state. Took a tough loss to Milford. And 3 back points awarded on Saturday and dropped them down to number 5.
And again, overall, just going to be a very interesting year in wrestling. Benny, we talked about it. And as he locks up, goes for round 2 here at the Cradle.
5 seconds to go here in the first period. Gianpietro, he's going to come out of here with an 8-0 lead.
I believe coming off, a tech fall you mentioned on Saturday.
Right.
So, able to try to build off that.
3-0 on the season, looking to go 4-0. The 2-time state champ, Dylan Bennett, the freshman. He was a middle school conference champion last year. Believe Postal Weight Middle School down there at Caesar Rodney. They have 2 middle schools, Postal Weight and Pfeiffer.
Yeah, it's a tough. You make that jump up as a freshman, and you get Gabe Gianpietro right here and
right
at 113.
Thanks. So here we go, second period.
So that's how you get better.
About to go underway. Bennett will take bottom position. And Gianpietro goes right back on top. 2 minutes on the clock. Second period about to get underway. Gianpietro was your 106-pound state champion last year and the year before. And he got a tech fall in the finals last year. Won a state title with a tech fall.
He gave a shout out to the young little Smyrna wrestlers last year in his championship speech. Big compliments from Gabe. And now again, looks like he's going to try to lock it up here one more time.
He's got the cradle locked up. And Bennett doing a good job of stretching out, not letting him sit back yet. It looked like Gianpietro wanted to roll through with it and thought better of it. Now this time he sits, pulls it back, and he's going to get the swipes going. Referee Eric Buxton right on the call.
And a tough rivalry matchup. You're Smyrna. This is exactly what you want to see at 106 and 113. And
get off to a fast start.
Absolutely.
And 3 more back points for Gianpietro. He goes up 11-0 here in the second period. 2 matches so far tonight. Smyrna gets the pin in the first one, goes up 6-0. Gianpietro already has a major build, looking to get some more bonus for the Eagles. As you know in wrestling, Nick Alessandrini, bonus is the key to winning wrestling matches.
Absolutely. And back my senior year, we wrestled Smyrna in the state team semifinals. We won more matches. They had more bonus points, and they got the victory.
Stall call on bottom. 30 seconds to go, and here comes that bar Gianpietro is good at. And he'll sit through and turn this into a double arm bar. He goes bar hook, and that's just what he's going to do.
And it looks like he might be lining him up here. Good job underneath, though, by Bennett to fight off his back.
15 seconds to go here. Smack dab in the middle of the mat, so. And he's gonna fight off the pinfall.
Yep.
But 3 more back points. 14-0 lead for Gianpietro. We'll go to between the second and third period. So the next turn, he has to get a pin if he wants to get the full 6 bonus.
And Benny, you talked a little bit. I believe now we're going over the mask time, 10 seconds mask time routine. But you talked about the youth in this matchup. And again, Dylan Bennett, one of those young freshmen that you alluded to earlier. And Smyrna's got a handful of those freshmen and sophomores as well.
So let's see what does. He's taking top. Let's see if he cuts them and gives them the tech fall and shaves a point here.
That's what he's discussing right now, obviously, with his coaching staff over there.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to give him the free release, and that's going to be a tech fall, and that's the end of the match.
I wonder if they're going to make him line up. No, just going to diamond.
And that's it. That's the tech fall. So looking to shave a point, and they do. The Smyrna Eagles go up 11-0. So we'll see if that strategy pays off later in the night as we move to 120 pounds. 11-0 is your lead for Smyrna. MJ Smith ranked number 5 in the state at 120 pounds.
And then one of these freshmen now for Smyrna. Our first look at a freshman for the Eagles.
Curtis Crossan.
2-1 on the season.
Marna Smith, big win against Slaziana, knocking off Jack Engelman. He's in on a sweep single, turns it to a double. Looks like he wants to lift, locked. Goes to the mat, takedown, Marlon Smith.
Yeah, Yeah, way to get out there and
Goes by MJ.
not wasting any time, MJ. Nice shot, able to switch to a double get two, and
Smith
now
was a
he's gonna try to lock
state
it up.
qualifier last year.
Yeah, I believe we got a chance to check him out a little bit last year.
He returns to 120-pound weight class.
And how about this, Benny? Something familiar we saw at Smyrna in those first two matches. Now,
Right to the cradle, yeah. Looking to get that bottom knee in the side, pushing the leg away with the other leg. He's got this tight on the edge, and he's holding through. Referee Eric Buxton holding three. Now it looks like he wants to stretch it out here.
Yeah, you're going to have to suck back there and try to get those shoulder blades to the mat. Looks like he's in decent position, but that left shoulder just won't get down.
It won't go down for him. Well, that's when the old chin might have to go in there.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to.
59 seconds to go. Now he gets the left shoulder down. Now he's got to work. And there's the
There
pin
it
from
is. How
Marlon
about
Smith.
that?
MJ Smith with the fall for the Caesar Rodney Riders. And they go up 11, or they trail 11-6 after three matches. So we'll move to 126 pounds. And there's another young guy for the Riders, Cameron Cataldi. But he's a young guy that's ranked number 4 in the state.
1-1 record, looking to, just you said, a young sophomore, and he's going to get a freshman. So we got a freshman-sophomore matchup. Jake Wagner coming in at 2-1 for the Eagles.
126 pounds, and we're moving right along tonight.
Back-to-back top 5 guys now for the Riders, and they were able to get bonus points from MJ. We'll see if Cataldi could do something here for them as well here at 126.
With all the matches I've seen this year, there it is. There's the fireman's carry. It's a nice fireman's carry, nice dump.
That's my go-to.
Takedown for Cameron Cataldi. He goes up 2-0. I think right now, even though it's early, I think Sierra has to answer. They have to answer the 2 bonus point wins by the Eagles.
And I think that was a great job by MJ Smith, the junior, last match to not waste any time. He got 6 in the first period, takedown, locked him up, and got 6. And now that momentum seems to carrying right over to Cameron Cataldi.
And I tell you, in this sport, momentum can be a big thing. Coming off the mat,
yeah.
following a guy that won as opposed to a guy that loses
You ain't kidding.
is huge.
I'll tell you, there's no other sport like it.
Coach Dan Rigby wants to cut him loose, but he's going to hold on to the leg and not let him up, and puts himself almost in a cradle. So 57 seconds left to go here in the first period. Cataldi with a 2-0 lead on top. If we have any fans out there that are not familiar with Caesar Rodney and Smyrna in the red singlet, Caesar Rodney in the blue, white, and gold.
Yeah, if you have any out-of-state viewers here tonight, never know.
So Cataldi will give him the free release. Cataldi last year was ranked number 2 in the state, I believe, or maybe number 3 at 106 pounds, and got beat by the scale at the conference tournament. It was just the long season and unable to compete in the conference tournament, and he's come back with a vengeance. He's moved up 3 weight classes this year. And here he comes looking for that dump. He's got the elbow tight.
Yep, that's how you set it up right there. It looks like maybe you're pinned down underneath, and next thing you know, you're getting 2.
Right.
We'll see if we can do that here.
20 seconds to go here in the period. He's going to step into a single leg. And that's tight.
Pop that head. There he goes.
Gets the takedown and the count going.
He's looking for 6.
8 seconds to go. Looking for the fall. He's got the Turk on the far side from us.
I don't think he's going to be able to get away.
Wagner, great job fighting off his back. He's going to give up the 3 back, though. And Cataldi will go up 7-1 into the second period. So far, we're seeing a lot of the similar attacks on both teams. Getting that quick takedown and then right away going for the throat and going for the pin, going for the back points.
Yeah, and again, both teams seeing that out of one another here early, and like you said, you see it, and you want to do the same thing. You saw it happen in those first 2 matches for Smyrna. CR trying to respond these next 2 matches.
And how crazy would this place be right now if it was last year with the fans?
I'm telling you, I miss it.
It'd be loud, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I did one match where the people could hear me in the gym. Here comes that dump again.
Yep. Let's see if he tries
Double underhook by Wagner, and he gets to the right leg. And Cataldi able to drop the hips, get the laces to the mat, and looking to go behind here with 1:35 to go. And lets him go reshot again. There's that fireman's carry. Stall call on Wagner.
Got him locked up here now.
He's
Wagner
got him in
gonna
the
try
front
to
head.
snap down, yeah.
And there's a dump off of it. Just not able to get him to the hip. He's got to bump him to the hip right away.
He's got a job by Wagner to keep that pressure. And then
There's
he goes
another shot.
Cataldi.
Takedown, double leg on the edge. Takedown Cameron Cataldi. He goes up 9-1 here at 126 pounds. So he's built his major decision.
Good job to cut the hands that time by Cataldi. Straight up in the air. Opened up that shot real nice, and he was able to finish it.
Minute 4 to go on the whistle.
Now both teams have been very good on top in their respective matches. So we'll see now if Cataldi keeps that going. Bonus points
the
around.
only real takedowns have been letting them go. We haven't seen any reversals yet. So both teams.
There he goes one-on-one, trying to pull that out here, put it on the back.
Go inside wrist. 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Cataldi with the 9-1 lead. And there's that second stall call, so that gives Cataldi another point. Yeah, and he rolls through with a hazard off the stall call.
Referee holding 2.
Eric Butzing holding 2. $20 seconds to go here in the second period. Now he's going to run the bar and releases it, gets the 2, goes up 12-1 here in the second period.
Yeah, maybe looking for one more turn here, 7 seconds, and it doesn't look like he's going to get any here as we head to period number 3.
So 12-1 lead for Cameron Cataldi as we head to the third period at 126 pounds. We're going to take a little peek in Georgetown and see what's going on with the Bucks and the Golden Knights. And it's now 21-20 down in Georgetown as we move to 220 pounds, match starting at 132. So tightening up in Georgetown with the Milford Buccaneers and the Sussex Central Golden Knights. They're at 220 pounds. Looks like they have 5-6 matches left to go. So we'll keep one eye peeled on that for you folks.
Yeah, Milford riding high after that win you talked about over Smyrna on Saturday. You got to regroup and battle hard, get another win here tonight on Wednesday. Sometimes after you get a big win, you got to try to keep that same focus.
You got to get a little letdown, yeah. Early third period here, 12-1 lead for Cameron Cataldi. And he would like to, I'm sure Coach Danny Rigby would like to get a little more bonus here. They've built the major decision.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to go with on top. He's shown us a few different things. The arm bar, he almost had a turn on. We'll see if he tries to pull out that one-on-one.
And there's another stall call on Wagner as he locks up a near side cradle. So a turn here, he's going to want to look for the fall.
Wagner fighting hard down against that near side. He's still going to try to jam that head in there. Try to get the turn. Maybe I was going to say switch up, cross body here.
Minute 10 to go, third period. And Cataldi's going to give him the free release as he's unable to turn him. 13-2 lead. Shot by Cataldi. I think he was expecting to go inside leg there, but Wagner turned into it. Now he's got the double right to his back.
Yeah, sometimes you're trying to set that dump up, but that time he just took what was right there for him.
50 seconds to go. Cataldi has him on his back.
I will say, Wagner
fights off and he's going to avoid the pin. Give Cataldi 3, and we're all tied up at 11 here after 4 matches, folks.
How about that, right? You said right as we thought it would be, match for match.
Back and forth. It's just going to be 2 and 2 back and forth. We'll see if that keeps up all night. So we're going to move to 132 pounds. And a freshman. Oh, no, we're going to send out somebody else for the. It's going to be Jamar Wells, the number 2 ranked wrestler.
Allie?
Okay, that'd be a first name, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get a last name.
132, Alexandra Dishka.
Alexandra Dishka.
Wells.
We'll head out here against Wells here in the varsity match at 132. So a change up, and that's what you're,
There's your bump, we talked about. Wells gets the quick takedown.
Yeah, nice double leg. Textbook double to get things started.
Free release, it's 2-1.
Nice move. Try to step under that leg here and a couple quick takedowns. And now we're going to see Wells maybe move into something here on top. And see if he's can get those shoulder blades to the mat. He's looking for bonus points for the Eagles here in the first.
Wells, 2-1 on the season. His loss was to number 1 Trent Grant, and he gets the fall, and the Eagles go up 17-11. As we move to 138.
And Benny, here we go. This is one of the matches that we had highlighted coming in, and just like that, we go from 106 to 138. You said we're rolling here on this Wednesday night, and this is one of the big ones of the evening. And we'll see what happens here.
Looks like the Riders might be making a move. They're kind of waiting to see who they send out. It's going to be Garrett Hudson for the Smyrna Eagles. This is, I believe this is Ashley. So there's the bump at 132.
Yep.
So a freshman and a sophomore.
Ashley coming in at 1-3. And Hudson 2-1. Ashley a sophomore and Hudson a sophomore.
Hudson was 106 last year. He was the backup. He wrestled 6 and 13.
How about that?
Yeah. Grew a little. He's in quick on a shot and gets the takedown. Goes up 2-0.
And sometimes it can be a little different jumping up, that many weight classes. A little style can change a little bit, and obviously able to adapt already is the sophomore Hudson.
Hudson, tough loss on Saturday. Overtime loss to Aaron Briscoe of Milford. Briscoe ranked, I believe, number 5 or 6 in the state.
6, yeah.
And took him to overtime. So 2-0, minute 30 to go here. First period at 138 pounds. So the Riders made a move and subbed in at 132, and now they're bumping the lineup up. So something Coach Rigby must have seen in the lineup that, because they're going to give up possibly two falls here as Hudson puts them to his back. So there must be something he saw that he liked.
Yeah, but that's always the interesting part about dual meets is the shifting of weight classes, bumping up, and like you said, he saw something, and maybe he foresaw 2 pins in these back-to-back matches. Maybe he was hoping for something else, and I'm sure we'll all see how it develops here in these next half of the match.
Smyrna leads 17-11. Here in the we're at the 6th match of the night. Coming up after this match, folks, it's what you waited for, the trivia question.
Not that already up into trivia
that's
time
how fast
here.
we moved.
Again, 43 seconds fighting to get those shoulder blades down is Hudson. Actually fighting off his back hard here, but he's going to have to do it for 33 more seconds.
Right, and in the middle of the mat, right?
Exactly right. The middle of the mat.
Right.
Good job to shift his weight and
yeah.
get that arm through that time. And now 22 seconds for Hudson to work with. 5-0 takedown in the near fall. And he's going to keep those legs in, and great pressure out of Hudson here is actually nowhere to go on bottom.
Right. As the clock runs down, referee Eric Buxton looking in, maybe stall call, but doesn't get there. So that's going to move us to the second period at 138 pounds. So, maybe right now anything but a pin maybe is what Cesar Rodney's looking at, maybe a major or possibly a technical fall. But, folks, remember the rules to the trivia question. All right. They have to go. Your answer must go in the chat. That way we can be fair and can't say somebody texted it for to me and it'd be my third cousin in Wisconsin or something. But answer must go in the chat. That question's coming up at the end of this match. The Sodell Concepts trivia question for a gift certificate, $25 gift certificate to any Sodell restaurant, any one of the 12 restaurants.
That's a good prize.
All right.
That's a pretty good prize, I'll tell you.
Second period underway here at 138 pounds. Folks, Louis Pizza, home of the grinder, in Rehoboth Beach, 11 Rehoboth Avenue, just steps away from the beach and boardwalk. I bet you've been to Louis Pizza before.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just a tradition in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Minute 42 to go here in the second period. 5-0 lead for Garrett Hudson and the Smyrna Eagles. They lead the duel 17-11.
And looking for bonus points here at 138.
And there's a stall call, stall warning on Ashley.
Hudson been in control since the start of this one.
So the Smyrna Eagles, they come out, they win the first 2 bouts with bonus. Cesar Rodney answers with 2 bonus wins. And now the Eagles win with a pin at 132 and looking for another one at 138. Minute 6 to go here in the second period. Got the scissors in, got the deep half, 55 seconds to go. again, has him right in the center of the mat on his back.
And these are the moments you get the fans into it. You can hear them here in Smyrna.
All 50 of them.
Exactly right.
Now Hudson looking to stretch that arm out, trying to get that far shoulder down.
I'll tell you.
Actually doing a good job of keeping that left shoulder off the mat. 33 seconds to go here in the second period.
I'll say Ashley's done a good job of fighting here. He's been in that position now for over, it seems, a minute. Now
and with that scissors locked around his body the whole time.
So now you're almost approaching short time. He's been in this position for a little while now. He's just got a little bit longer. If he's able to fight out of here and you're down 8-0 heading into third, that's not a terrible position to be in if you're CR.
Yeah, I think you're looking just not to get pinned.
Exactly right. Mm-hmm. Oh, and now he's getting there. 3 seconds short time.
And he's going to fight it off.
That was close.
3 back points for, and you got to remember, he was on his back for over a minute.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, when you're in the middle of the mat like that, especially, and you talked about the leg scissor and the power half and those kind of things, that's the worst position to be in.
There's nowhere to go, and you have no friends.
But the lights.
17-11 is your dual meet score here in Smyrna. Just another classic Caesar Rodney Smyrna high school wrestling duel.
And you see Ashley wants to go neutral here. Obviously not going to take bottom with what's happened these last 2 periods, and now he's only down 8. Yeah, he's at a major right now, but he's got 2 minutes to work with. And if you're Hudson, you're looking for bonus points here, obviously.
He's going to come out from bottom. He's going to get to a leg. And he gets the reversal. (10-0) lead for Garrett Hudson.
See, now if you're Hudson, do you throw the legs in? Do you try to turn him that way, or do you try something new? He's been able to fight off his back, and it's just been hard to pin him.
Something we've been seeing this year a couple times where, and there's your stall call and a point, is, when do you go for the tech to make sure you get, because if you don't get the tech and you don't get the pin, it reverts back to that major.
Big drop-off, exactly right. And actually, he's going to get hit with stalling, maybe more obviously it's progressed here at this final minute 11, but he's did a good job of not getting the shoulder blades on the mat. And that CR team's going to be excited if he can go this next minute without giving up that major or that tech.
Gets out of bounds, 11-0 is your score.
Maybe that's what
1 minute left.
Maybe that's what Coach Rigby saw when he made that bump up. He thought Ashley would be the guy that would fight, maybe not give up those bonus points. Right. And we'll see. Exactly 1 minute to go here in this third period, Benny.
Sussex Central has taken a 26-20 lead with 4 matches left in the night. Takedown by Hudson. He goes up 13-1.
Now, like you say, is he going to try to turn him? Maybe do you cut him here with 50 seconds? Go for the tech.
Do you try a tilt? You don't usually pin out of a tilt, so I think at this point you got to say, hey, bail out on the pin, go for the tech.
And Hudson, I mean, in neutral, he's taking Ashley down majority of the time there, and nothing there.
Goes with a hazard roll, but not quite able to get him over. Gets the count. He's going to get at least 2. And he's going to get his full 3, and that's going to wrap it up. That's going to be a tech fall for Garrett Hudson. So tech fall for Garrett Hudson.
Ashley didn't make it easy on him. Coach Rigby seems happy on this side of the floor, so maybe as long as he's getting up that pin, only giving up 5.
Doesn't give up the fall.
I mean, did a great job there. Almost was on his way to a major, but Hudson able to lock in and get those bonus points that the Eagles needed.
So here comes the bump. Here's Liam Bush for Caesar Rodney and Jesse Dixon. For Smyrna, 145-pound weight class.
Senior versus a freshman here.
22-11, so the Eagles have doubled them up. In on a shot is Dixon, and they go out of bounds. So let's see if the pattern continues. 2 for the Eagles, 2 for the Riders, 2 for the Eagles. It's it's Caesar Rodney's turn to answer. And Bush spins, goes behind. Takedown for Liam Bush, and he's going to cut him right away.
Yeah, almost got caught with that locked hands, there, and he's able to, just cut him there before the call.
2-1 lead here for Liam Bush at 145 pounds. Puts him under in a front headlock position. And Dixon holding on tight to the elbow, looking for a dump of his own. Double underhook for Bush. Doesn't like the position, pushes him away. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. So Riders kind of put themselves in a must-win position in this match. And a stall call on Bush as you bump up and give away 2 matches. You got to win the next 2. Shot by Bush on the right leg. And cuts across, double leg takedown for Bush. He goes up 4-1.
And try to take him right over here. He's got that cross piece.
This is where you find out how tough your chest is. Go chest to chest and push it over. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to sink that chest back.
Yep, there you go. Good job.
48 seconds to go. Getting the count.
There you go. Switch sides there, and we'll see if we can take him over that way. And if you're Smyrna, you got to fight hard off your back, try to slide that arm through.
For the next 35 seconds.
And that's a good neck bridge to get
fights
over.
It off, yeah. And there's 3 for Bush. He goes up 7-1. And cuts him loose with 22 seconds.
Tell you what, though, it's been an action-packed wrestling. Not a lot of downtime in any of these
Another
matches.
high crotch shot by Bush. Steps through to a double. Takedown goes up 9-2 here in the first.
That was nice. 9-2, time winding down here.
And we're going to move to the second period. But before we do that, it's time for the Soto Concepts trivia question. The Eagles and Riders were ranked number 1 and number 2 respectively when they sold out the new Smyrna gym for their Henley North title. They would meet here again for the state title just 2 weeks later. What was the year? The Eagles and Riders were ranked number 1 and number 2 respectively when they sold out the new Smyrna gym for the Henley North title. They would meet here again for the state title just 2 weeks later. What was the year?
I think we might have been number 3 that year.
Easy. Nick Allison Dreeny, somebody might know you out there.
Oh, I don't know if I was on the team. I'm just saying.
Right. Second period and Bush underway. Remember, put your answer in the chat.
And Bush trying to rack up some back points here.
11-2 lead, referee holding 2 back points, and he awards them 13-2 lead, and he's going to cut them, give them the free release.
We're going to try to
With a
lock this
10-point
one
lead.
up here. We'll see what he goes with.
Looked like he might have been looking cradle there, near side cradle. And we go out of bounds with minute 24. Thirteen to 3 is the score here at 145, second period. Shot by Dixon. Bush circles away, comes back in looking for a shot of his own. 22-11 is the team score. Advantage Smyrna, but we got a dump and a takedown for Bush. He goes up 15-3. Now he's got the cradle. Oh, no cradle. I'm sorry, he's got the cross arm and a leg.
Yeah,
looking for the fall.
That would be big if you're able to lock up 6 here for Liam Bush and the Riders. It's close.
45 seconds to go. There's the fall for Liam Bush. And closes it to a 5-point match for the Caesar Rodney Riders. 22-17 is your score, so we move to 152 pounds.
And there was that bump, Benny, we were talking about. And able to get 6 at 145 from Liam Bush, who maybe we thought we'd see at 138. But
congratulations. India Wilson had the answer. 2012.
Wow,
you're right. You were here for that state tournament.
Yeah, that was those last couple years in 2012, 2013 were great years, and some very talented teams in those years. Smyrna and CR definitely 2 of the best. And then Trey also, Mitchell, a part of those teams as well.
He was on that CR team. So we move to 152 pounds, where we're going to have Josh Harvey, ranked number 6 in the state, at 145. So here's the move maybe Coach Rigby was looking for, is he's going to go up against the freshman Brandon West.
And if you're Josh Harvey and Coach Rigby and the Riders, you're probably thinking after the bump up, you want bonus points here.
Yeah, you want to win and bonus.
Exactly right, and we'll see if...
And Harvey gets the first takedown of the match, goes up 2-0.
Yeah, we'll see if the freshman Brandon West has something to say about that, but a good start for Harvey.
So I know Indian Wilson, the mother of the Wilson brothers that wrestled here at Seaford, or excuse me, Smyrna. We'll make sure we get you that $25 gift certificate to a Soto restaurant of your choice. 12 restaurants to choose from. And I got your information, so I'll get up with you and we'll make sure you get that gift certificate. Thank you folks for participating. There was a lot of answers in there. They're all around the same range. but she was the first one to get that 2012 in.
Yeah, I believe Wilson's a lot of wrestlers.
There's
here at
a whole bunch of them.
And they were all very, very good.
47 seconds to go, 4-2 lead for Josh Harvey. Midway point of we're actually on the backside here on match number 8.
Harvey gonna try to lock this up.
He's got a near side cradle.
That fell right into his lap there. We'll see if he can do something with it with 30 seconds.
Oh, he's gonna step behind with it. The old Gable cradle.
If he can turn him, that's gonna be a tough position to get out of.
Time is short and there's 15 seconds left.
So the big steps here, big steps.
Six seconds to go. He's going to get the swipes.
Oh, right. They almost had him there for a second, but I believe he's going to
And
get back.
time's going to run out. Let's see what he gets back point wise. And that's going to be 3 back for Josh Harvey. He'll go up 9-2. So far the pattern is keeping. We haven't had anything but major or bonus point matches so far. So we move to the second period at 1:52, 22-17 lead for the Smyrna Eagles. Just your classic Smyrna,
Yeah,
Caesar
right.
Rodney duel me,
Always
right?
a battle. And again, only about 50 fans, as you said, Benny, here earlier, and the electricity already feels like there would be more here. I can only imagine if the gym was actually packed here tonight.
Nine 9-2 lead on their feet here in the middle of the mat at 152.
See, right now, Harvey up 7 points. Needs to stick with it. Has to dig deep here. Looks a little bit
Nice
drained.
shot from that 2-on-1.
Nice is right. Take him down. Run the pipe. Good
Yeah,
job,
unable to
however, by
finish that.
West. Yeah, able to.
And West gets the takedown.
And that's what I was going to say a little bit earlier, Benny, is Harvey, great first period. He looks a little bit drained out there.
Right.
And Brandon West, not a great first period out of him, but you can already see he's still got a little bit more in the tank right here in period number 2.
Minute 10 to go here in the second period. 9-4 lead for Josh Harvey. Bumping up from 145 to take on Brandon West, the freshman from Smyrna.
And that's another good point. Bumping up a weight class, sometimes you're not used to that. It can be a little bit different.
Right.
A little bit stronger, a little bit bigger. Can take a little bit more out of you.
50 seconds to go, second period. And West gets the boots in. Thought he was going to get a little high there, but he arches the back, and now he's going to go power half on the left side. Has the half deep. 38 seconds to go here.
And you see that Smyrna team side over there. They are highly engaged in this
Right.
one. And there you
And
see
Harvey
the
able to fight
pressure.
off the half.
24 seconds, short time if you're Harvey.
Stall call on bottom.
How about that? And you saw him elevate up with the legs, show that he wasn't working anything. And now going to go for the
Now
turn.
it's deep. Wants to get chest to chest here.
8 seconds, looking for any type of back points, and looks like he's going to get a few.
Gets a 1 count. I can't see if he's holding any. And he's going to get 2
Good.
back. So that's going to make it 9-6 as we head to the third period. So crucial match here at 152.
And how about the freshman, Brandon West? As of right now, obviously a whole nother period to go. Here we go, a big third period here, Benny, coming up. Both teams, I mean, you can feel it in the room here now or in
Right.
the gym. This is a big, big third period.
So Coach Rigby telling his wrestler, got to show the body language. 9-6 here. He's going to be in the bottom position again.
And if you're Harvey, got to dig deep here. You could be a little bit tired here. It's third period.
You definitely don't want that boot back in.
Absolutely not. West, again, just looks like he has a little bit more in the tank right here. If you're Harvey, going to have to dig deep, battle out. Got to catch that leg. Don't let him sink those boots in and take this thing, I believe, to neutral where he was a little bit better on his feet.
This time he gets him down flat, and Harvey does have a stall warning against him.
Good point.
Comes back up to his base and locks up a cradle
And here's
and
the
pulls it
sunset.
back. He's getting the swipes, looking for the fall here.
How about the freshman, Brandon West?
Putting him on his back. He's got the 3 back, so he's tied up the match.
And Benny, this was a 9-2 match here as we went into the second
Right.
period. Holding 3 now.
And he's going to get the 3. That makes it 9-9. West going power half here and locks up yet another cradle and gets the swipe. Looks like Harvey was going to roll through, but holding 2 back.
So now a minute to go. You're trailing if you're Josh Harvey 11-9.
Now you just tied it up.
How about that with the reversal? Now what are you thinking? 50 seconds, 11-11.
He's going to try to take him down.
And remember, Harvey, you're going to have to, don't want to get caught there. That's where you don't want to get caught here. He's been tired. That's going to be a tough battle for him underneath. He's going to have to try to get out and reset here.
33 seconds to go in the match. West with a 1-point lead. 29 seconds on the whistle. 12-11 for Brandon West. On their feet.
Like we said, if you're West, be smart on your feet. Harvey's a little bit tired. And if you're Harvey, you got to go to your best stuff right here on your feet with 30 seconds.
Oh, low leg single. Switches off to the other leg. Looking for that dump. 20 seconds to go.
He's in decent position for it if he can just get there. Good job by West to hold him up. 14. Got to get that head out with the arm.
That's going to be a takedown for Josh Harvey. So our first non-bonus point match is a thriller with a takedown with less than 10 seconds to go for Josh Harvey. And that makes the score 22-20. So the move pays off for Coach Dan Rigby.
How about that one? Josh Harvey, way to dig deep there. Got off to a great start in that first period, led by 7. And how about the job by the freshman Brandon West to battle that entire match, fight his way all the way back, and then Harvey able to dig deep late in that third and pull out the big victory for the Riders.
Right,
big win.
So who can break the 2-2 pattern we have going on here? It's like writing a poem.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen Joey Natacola a few times, and I'm excited to see him here.
He's a 2-time state champ, ranked number 1 in the state at 160 pounds. And he's up against Dane Wilson.
It's a nice shot there by Wilson.
So again, you're up against a 2-time state champ. You're probably thinking anything but bonus, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Or anything but pin.
Yeah, no brainer.
2-0 lead for Natacola.
And Wilson, I mean, not showing any fear, I'll tell you, in that first period, able to got in on a nice shot, but Natacola just obviously can find his way out of any position.
With 2 matches left in Georgetown, Sussex Central leads Milford 29-27. They're at 120 pounds.
And, you don't want to look ahead here, Benny, but coming up next at 170, if it were to, remain, that's the third match we had highlighted and circled on the sheet. And, barring how this one ends, it's going to be a great one coming up next. You're going to meet a lot. And Natacola able to take him to the back there.
And gets 2 back. I thought he had the same hold. 48 seconds ago, 7-1 lead for Joe Natacola. He's got the bar and the wrist.
Yeah, 41 seconds.
So we got 2 thrillers going on in Delaware tonight. 29-27, Central leads Milford. And right now the Eagles lead Cesar Rodney 22-20. Seconds to go here in the first period. Natacola locks up across face cradle, looks to pull it back, and gets into his back. The swipe goes on.
5 seconds. See if he can get 6. Going to be short time, and not going to get there at least in period number 1.
He's going to get 2 back points and go up 9-1 as we move to the second period. So kind of trying to catch my breath after the 152-pound match. I'm sure
I'll tell you, that
those
was
2 young men are. That was just a battle.
That was a great one. And, again, you saw the strategy to bump Josh Harvey up there, obviously ranked number 6 at 145, but, came up and, got the job done, got the victory he was looking for. And, again, what a match out of both guys there at 150.
So our pattern continues. 2 wins for the Eagles, 2 wins for the Riders, 2 for the Eagles, 2 for the Riders. It's like their serve. It's like Eagles serve. Reversal for Natacola.
And we'll see as soon as that switches up. Maybe that'll be the defining moment of this match. We'll just have to wait and see if there's any type of shift in that pattern here so far.
Remember, at the end of the night, folks, we'll have a Henlopen Hammer sponsored Hammer of the Night. And we'll try to get that young man over here and get an interview at the end of the night. More back points here coming for Natacola, looking for the fall with 1:24 to go.
Yeah, it looked like he had him in a good stick position there. We'll see if he can position himself to get the pin.
And he's putting all the weight on him, trying to get a Turk here. Wilson fighting off, minute go.
There it is.
There's the pin, 28-20 for the Eagles. And it's going to move us to 170 in our third feature matchup of the night.
Yeah, and how about this one? DJ Baker,
At 170.
undefeated, 4-0, the junior, 5th ranked in the state of Delaware. And he gets, how about this, another 4-5 matchup we saw at 106, and then Nathan with Chiznak?
Lesniak, I think is how they pronounce it.
Lesniak? Either way, it's a great one here underway at Smyrna.
And Lesniak in on a double.
And a quick 2.
And a quick 2, you're right.
And I mean, I know I just said it a few matches ago, but I mean, it's constant wrestling here tonight. That's what you like to see. Not a lot of stalling, not a lot of downtime.
Lesniak goes for cradle. Baker grabs the head, reverses it.
Gotta watch that body weight.
And that's going to be neutral. Go about 2-1. I watched Baker at Milford. He is a dangerous wrestler. He's undefeated on the season. And a lot of his matches have been like a big throw or something like that, where he just puts somebody in a bad position.
I was going to say that was a good job by Lesniak to not get stuck right to his back on that overthrow there, and able to quickly regather himself and go back to neutral. Now he sits atop once more.
Has a cross wrist, looking like a ball and chain with it on the edge. 1:02 to go here in the first period at 170 pounds. Smyrna leads 28-20. Big Henlopen Conference battle. Also top 5 in the state between 2 ranked teams. 55 seconds to go on the restart. Baker pulled off a late overtime win. He tied it up late against Wiltbank, the number 6 ranked wrestler in the state from Milford, and then got to take down in overtime to get the win. So he's been tested all year. He's come out on top 4 times. Can he do it? Is the 5th time a charm?
Step lift. Good job to keep that body weight center of gravity down for Baker.
And gets him down with the cross wrist. So 42 seconds to go here. And little hazard roll out of bounds. 38 seconds on the whistle.
I've seen a few hazards here tonight.
Yeah. Kind of something that was popular and lost its way. Now it's finding its way back.
I feel like a long time ago. I like the little hazard every now and then, but I don't see it as much. Unless you're at Smyrna CR on a Wednesday night.
So Milford completes the comeback, folks. They knock off Sussex Central 36-29 down in Georgetown. Another cradle by Lesniak with 15 seconds to go here in the first period. Going to roll it through. And now Baker's going to have to put on a fight and gets the fall.
That one? Quick pinfall there. And what a win for Nathan Lesniak here. At 1-1, goes to 2-1, and then 6 points at 170. Another highlighted match that we had here, Benny.
So we're going to move to 182 pounds. It looks like the Riders got some work to do here. They're going to send out number 5 ranked Brock Connor.
And Benny, looking at me, so 4 matches left. You want to know the combined losses of those 4 remaining wrestlers for the Riders?
Like 2?
0.
Not many. 0. Okay.
3-1, 3-0,
oh, for the Riders,
4-0, and 4-0. So it's going to be, those guys are going to have to make big contributions here late in these final 4 matches with the Riders trailing.
34-20 is your dual meet score, and Brock Connor gets the first takedown. Ranked number 5 in the state at 182. Porter unranked. And he's going to get away with that one, and that is not how it's supposed to work. He intentionally dropped down to a knee to get that locked hands. That's in the rule book. So And the rule book does clearly state you cannot drop down to one knee to break a locked hands.
And I believe maybe that's what Coach
That's
Rigby
what Coach Rigby's talking about. He got up right away and started walking over there.
I'm sure I'll be looking for it now. That it's happened
Right.
once, but not gonna be able to get that one off the board.
Right. Minute 26 to go here, and he's going to give him the free release and make it 2-2.
So again, 4 matches remaining. You're down 14 if you're Caesar Rodney. This one should come down to the wire. We talked about it, and if you're the Riders, these last 4 guys got to get it and go here.
Right, down 14.
Not going to be easy. The Smyrna's got some good guys down there as well.
Shot by Porter.
Had it there for a
Connor
second.
had him in a front headlock, but he's going to come out with a double to a. No, he's going to get the cradle or no. He's going to get the takedown.
Porter holding strong. Fighting down. You hear Rigby saying cut him.
56 seconds to go. He's going to cut him and make it 40. It doesn't quite
Maybe jump
get
to
him
that
loose.
other leg there. Go down to that other leg for the cradle.
And there's the release. 4-3 for Brock Connor. Double leg shot by Connor. Boy, he went right forehead to forehead, didn't he?
Yeah. And trying to use the weight, but how about
Lat
that?
drop by Porter. Gets the takedown.
Using his own weight against him. That's
And
a
gets
big
the
turn.
pin.
How about that? Could be a momentum shift or game or
Right.
match-changing
Absolutely.
event that time. Wow, 6 points in a huge spot. The senior Gavin Porter.
They're going to go up 20.
Wow.
So now it's going to have to be all bonus out for the Eagle or for the Riders.
And there's Smyrna hyped on that team bench after that win. How about that one? He gave a little wave to the crowd here. The 50
Right.
in the gym tonight, and a huge win by the senior Gavin Porter. Was led up, cut a few times, to battle
Right.
neutral, and how about that? Able to catch him.
So it's going to be Tyler Downward for Smyrna Eagles. He is 1-2 on the season versus Shamar Nelson, who's 1-0. He's ranked number 4 in the state. 195 pounds. Nelson placed 6th in the state last year for the Riders. Not a lot of experience, a fairly young wrestler. 40-20 is your dual meet score.
At 195, Shamar Nelson. Caesar Rodney, Tyler Downward.
Step lift.
And take down Downward. He's up 2-0. So Smyrna looking to do damage right in the teeth of the Riders' order.
Well, we talked about those 2-2 patterns that we were seeing,
Right.
Benny, and
It
maybe
broke.
if that third one would break, it would be the match, and that
Right.
break of pattern might have been the match as we talked about. We're on point here tonight, Benny.
Those are part of our pregame strategy, right?
Yeah.
Minute 9 to go here in the first period. 2-0 lead for Tyler Downward. And we're looking to go wrist and a half. He's got the half, and he's got it deep. Nelson able to pull it off. 42 seconds to go here in the first period.
Nelson, 6th in the state last year, state placer.
Right? I think he was 6th in the conference and 6th in the state or something like that. Had a really good state tournament.
Yeah, that's how things can get started. Obviously looking to build upon that. This year has already done a nice job, 1-0, and this is a big match for him here against Tyler Downward and Smyrna.
20 seconds to go. Nelson looked like he was about to come out. He does have the arm. And he reaches back, but Downward able to hook that leg with 10 seconds to go and get out of this first period with a 2-0 lead. And that's how the first period's going to end. Tyler Downward takes a 2-0 lead into the second period. So down 20, 3 matches go. Oh, it's over. They can't, that's right, there's 18. So the Smyrna has wrapped up the dual meet.
I mean, we talked about it. 170 and 182, they were the big weight classes. Those
Right.
last two that we saw, Nathan Lesniak. Obviously, we have 5
Right.
versus 4 at 170, and he was able to pick up a pin, was Nathan, and then a pin at 182 in a match that you maybe would have gave him the edge to Brock Connor heading in, and that's wrestling for you.
Right.
Those two big matches for Smyrna at 170 and 182 changed the match.
All right. So coming up at the end, we'll have an Outstanding Wrestler, the Hammer Award, brought to you by the Henlopen Hammer Wrestling Club. And we'll try to get that wrestler over here and get an interview at the end of the night. 4-0 lead for Tyler Downward.
And Benny, again, we talked about it, a tough loss for Smyrna on Saturday.
Right, and they're going to bounce right back
Yeah,
here tonight.
absolutely. And they've looked good tonight all
They
the
have,
way
yeah.
through.
And we're going to go out of bounds with no chains, and the mask and the headgear come loose, so we're going to have to take time to get that back. Minute 11 left on the clock here in the second period. What, 195 pounds, this and 2 more bouts left. Clock ticks away, minute 6 again counting, 4-0 lead. Downward able to flatten Nelson to the mat. Gets a 2-on-1. Now he's going to look half Nelson. I'm sure that's what has been his go-to so far. Eagles with the bounce-back win, as you said, after the loss Saturday. So much parity in the Henlopen North, you know.
It's going to be an interesting year, obviously,
Right.
with everything that's going on. And
I talked to Coach Aaron Harris on Saturday, and I said, Coach, I would not be surprised if we don't get a 3-way tie in the North this year, or if the conference champ has 2 losses, you know, something like that. You know.
it's going to be that type of year this year. It's going to be a
Right. Oh, roll through on that. Going to pop his head out. And is he going to get the reversal? He is going to get the reversal. 4-2 lead for Tyler Downward. And cradle, but Nelson just come out of nowhere here with all kinds of energy.
How about the strength out of Nelson?
Yeah, you don't want to get parallel yet. Want to wear that guy out with a little bit of a perpendicular action first.
And just like that, Benny, all tied up at 4
That was
for these two guys.
That was like this burst of energy that he hasn't shown in the match yet.
Yeah.
And let's see if he carries that over into the third period. He's not even going to pull the mask down. He says, let's get this thing going.
And that's what you want to see. And again, you look over at Tyler Downward and hands all over top. You know, it's if you are out more conditioned than your opponent, you're at a big
and,
advantage.
yeah, right, just to start the match. Just get it to the third, baby.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, in terms of conditioning all around, every wrestler we've seen, now both teams have been pretty good, but Smyrna in some of those matches were just able to outlast. And
So we got confusion on whose choice it is. It's going to be Smyrna's choice. And I think they're going to go optional start. He's ready to call it. He's already getting the hands in position to go optional start. And that could mean one of two things. That could mean he's going to cut him or he's going to go cradle.
yeah, Coach Harris not,
So he's going to take neutral. And he's Coach Harris, you're right, not happy.
not happy, no. Not sure what he was
I
referring
think
to.
he wanted
there.
down. But, you know, sometimes when you're a little gassed, you don't want to have to hold a guy down for 2 minutes, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. We saw Nelson able to get that reversal last time. It almost led right into back points. So on the feet, probably the right decision here.
No.
And I
Not
believe
sure
Coach
what-
Harris was upset with something before they went back onto the mat, before the choice was made.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
We have a discussion going on at the head table. Not sure what it is because we're across the room.
Yeah.
I think it's over what option he took.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Coach Harris said he didn't
He
make
said,
a
did you take
choice,
neutral?
and he said no. Downward said no, I did not. I didn't make any type of motion. Yeah, you don't see that too often.
I think what we're going to get is bad time, which means I believe that's a 2-minute break, and then we restart the third period. So some confusion on who wanted what. Maybe
It
not.
happens.
And 2 minutes back on the clock. I thought there was a rest period for that, but I guess not.
So now, some
Now he's
more
going to take bottom. So we're
confusion.
going to restart the second period. He's going to take bottom. My guess is Nelson's going to let him up.
Yeah, Coach Harris also looked unhappy there as well when
Right.
he looked over and told him he was going bottom. So yeah, I mean, we don't have the full story obviously,
Right.
but something not right out there for the Eagles anyway, at least the coaching
And there's
staff.
the cut. 5-4 lead, 4 downward. And
Yeah, third
Nelson,
period.
heavy hands here.
Yeah.
And he's looking to put him under.
And if you're downward, you want to be smart. Watch that pressure.
And this
watch
is something we
that
did
lap
not
drop.
see out of Nelson in the first period. He just kind of stayed.
You're right, that's
on
a
his,
good point.
didn't move his feet at all.
Now we're seeing
And
the
he gets the
speed,
takedown, right?
speed, power, quickness, and now he's right back at it. Cut him, going to go for 2 more.
Minute 32 to go here. Third period at 195 pounds.
And I would
It's
say
6-6 is your score. Shot by downwards. They go out of bounds. We'll go back center with a minute 22 when he blows the whistle.
Nelson, he's good. He's got good movement on his feet. He's got to watch. He's getting those legs caught up under him a little bit, and he's opening up that takedown for downward. Just keep those legs back, and he does a good job at getting his hips back quickly. So we'll see. You just got to watch them feet. They're right there.
40-20 is your team score. Smyrna Eagles are going to give Cesar Rodney their first conference loss.
Yeah, both guys now starting to stand up straight a little bit. That it's 1 minute left in the third period.
Still some big matches to go this year as slipped on the headlock.
Downward looking to capitalize off it. Gonna have to step lift.
And
Is he
gets
in?
the
He
takedown.
is.
Yes.
How about that one? Nice play.
Anyways, big matches left this year with us. Undefeated Cape Open still has Smyrna to wrestle and Cesar Rodney.
Those will be some good ones.
Riders have Sussex Central on Saturday. Downward going for the fall and going to get it.
Wow. How about that? I mean, obviously, Smyrna's wrestled a great match
They have.
tonight. They wrestled a very good match tonight, and
This is a different team than wrestled on Saturday.
yeah. I mean, you got to see it up close and personal.
Right.
You would know firsthand, and I mean, they just come out. It looks like to me a different energy, and they look
Right.
really good tonight. And we'll see if this lineup stays the same for 220 and 285.
At 220.
So coming up at 220 pounds, Josh Dyer, ranked number 4 in the state for the Riders. And Cale Howe, that's the son of 4-time state champ, Olympic alternate, Kurt Howe.
How about that? And Benny, we sometimes do the broadcaster jinx. I do it when I do basketball at the free throw line. But coming in, I said, how many losses do those final 4 weights
Right.
for CR have?
And
And
they
the
now have
answer was
2.
0, and now they have 2. You're absolutely right. That's just how crazy things can change in wrestling. And
Howe looking to use his Greco experience to go up top, and Dyer's going to spin behind and get the takedown. And now he's got not quite got a cradle. He's got a neck and a knee is what he had. Howe able to fight it off, turn, get out of bounds. 2-0 lead for Josh Dyer. Josh Dyer had a big win over Rafael Mejia from Milford in their duel. The duel that the Riders won 34-33. So now, here we got that little triangle going. CR beats Milford. Milford beats Smyrna. Smyrna beats the CR. Can Cape and Open survive all those teams down the stretch? We're going to find out.
And we got, you said, a good top 5 there in Division 1. And
Near side cradle. And the team rankings are going, I don't know what we're going to do now.
And again, a few wrestling top 10 plays this week in our
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet.
Sports Top 10 came out a couple hours ago. Just
Oh,
dropped
is that what it
today.
was? The owner didn't send them to me. I guess we'll have to play them on Saturday.
Mayha was actually in those top 10. If you had a chance to check it out, he had a nice, I believe it was
Yeah,
underhook throw.
Yeah, he had a big pin on.
Got a big pin against Smyrna. And again, if you have your wrestling highlights, send them our way. And might have a few tonight. There's some great action here tonight.
Yeah, third. Well, whenever you get pins, you get action. So 28 seconds to go here in the first period at 2:20. Dyer with the near side cradle trying to get Howe over. He's just not giving it up, and we're going to get a stalemate with 20 seconds to go. Dyer, he's won some big matches. He's got a big win against Salesianum, and he got the big win over Bartlett from Polytech, and then knocked off Mejia. Now Mejia jumped up a weight class, but still a top guy for the Bucks. And this time he gets him flat. And you got to get up on his toes and run straight over. And just not. Oh, just going to get it. Will he get any swipes?
Have to watch his weight.
And he's going to get 2 back.
Wow, I think he does, yeah. Good awareness that time to get the points when he needed to, and now we'll head to period number 2.
So that's exactly what Coach Rigby's telling him. You got to get up on those toes and run them and just drive straight over. I like to tell my, of course they don't get it. I tell my young kids and end up in hammers that, like on things like that. And when you're taking a shot, finish a shot. You got to go Fred Flintstone. And they look at me like, what are you talking about? Remember Fred Flintstone used to lift up the car and run his feet, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Somebody else made that analogy, not in wrestling, to me the other day. Flintstones becoming a common theme.
That's right.
In 2021.
2 minutes on the clock here in the second period. Dyer leads, or back on their feet. Dyer leads 4-0. So Hal probably wants to go upper body again. He does have some big Greco experience. His father, an Olympic alternate in Greco.
Yeah, how about that extraordinary accomplishment?
And he is here. I talked to him at the beginning of the Dyer gets to a leg off of that over-under. And almost ran him into the locker room.
Yeah. Well, you see Hal right back to center, not wasting any time. The conditioning's there. He's running back to the
arm
circle.
spin.
How about that?
And Dyer's going to sniff it out and get the takedown. So I'm sure we're going right back to that near side cradle. Yeah, I like how he does this. So he goes ankle first, try to pry it out and see if he can get behind that knee joint. And he's going to go back. He's going to go to his favorite side. Under a minute 20 to go here in the second period at 220 pounds. Smyrna has wrapped up the duel. They're up 46-20. CR cannot catch them. Folks, Barkley Heating and Air. Big Smyrna fans, big Smyrna supporters, big Delaware Live sports supporter. They're my first sponsor.
Ah, there you go. How about that?
So Dyer getting the count here. Has Hal on his back. Probably wants to get a little more weight over top. Right smack in the center. That's where you don't want to be in a near side cradle.
I've seen
right?
that a few times here today. Yeah, some great cradles, some
These two
good
teams,
legs.
they're not wrestling on the edge. They're going to do it all right in the middle. Oh, now he's going to step across and get the weight on him. If he can pop that head, this could be trouble for Hal. 34 seconds to go.
Time to work with. Just got to settle in.
Got to get his head up. Head up and get the weight down.
Yeah, I think he's got his arm underneath. Yeah,
He's going to come out as a 3 back.
And that's what it looks like.
And he's going to put him on his back again, readjust. He's got to pop that head out. There's the pin.
There's 5 seconds
For
left.
Josh Dyer. That makes it 46-26. And one thing I'm noticing, you can't even compare scores with these guys this year. Yeah. with the team duels, with the teams. So we're going to move to 285. And it's Kevin Hudson, the 2-time defending state champ, 3-time finalist.
And
Penny, have you had a chance to check out Sally's? And have they had a dual meet yet?
I have seen them already this year. They beat Caesar Rodney in a pretty well-contested bout. Sally's the #1 ranked team in the state. Of course, the state title is going to be decided by points at the tournament this year.
Yeah, so how about that?
No state duels.
That changes, that's a big change up in a way. Yeah. As long as we can get the state tournament in, that'll be great. Everybody works so hard all season long, and
folks, coming up at the end of the night, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll come right back with our outstanding wrestler, the Hammer Award. And we'll get over and get that young man takedown for Kevin Hudson. We talked about Kevin Hudson about being a 3-time finalist, and about, that means he was like 14, 15 years old, wrestling a big 285-pound.
That's always the toughest, is to come in as a young heavyweight, and for sure you'll be wrestling grown men all 4 years of high school. And,
I know there has not been any 4-time heavyweights champs. I'm going to have to go back and check see if there's been any 3-time.
Yeah,
that's
Telford was
2-time.
2-time because he took.
He was 135 pounds as a sophomore.
Sophomore year. Yep, I remember that. And
grew what, a foot and put on 50 pounds. Yeah, he was a 2-timer. Maybe one of the better heavyweights to come out of Delaware. I don't know. What, 3-time All-American in Iowa?
Pat Cassidy 1 time. I'm trying to think of other guys at St. Mark's. I believe those were the only 2 heavyweight champions.
I'll have to go check. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty hard to get a four-time
Zach
heavyweight
Parker
state
won
champ.
twice.
Zach Parker won twice. Another wrestler at Ohio. Had a nice career there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if we ever had three.
National
That's
qualifier.
tough, yeah.
Hudson going for the fall here, but there it is.
And there it is.
And that's going to be your final score tonight, folks. 46-32 is the final. And we're going to take a couple quick commercial timeouts, and we're going to be right back with our Hammer Award winner.
It's a challenging market. You're well aware of that. Edward Jones is too, which is why we're here. Ready to listen and ready to help you find opportunity. Something we've been doing since 1922 in good markets and bad.
So, let's talk.
Edward Jones, it's time for investing to feel individual. It's a challenging market. You're well aware of that. Edward Jones is too, which is why we're here. Ready to listen and ready to help you find opportunity. Something we've been doing since 1922 in good markets and bad.
So, let's talk.
Edward Jones, it's time for investing to feel individual.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School. The Eagles do it. They come back, bounce back win after the loss on Saturday, and we have our hammer of the night, the outstanding wrestler, 170-pounder Nate Lesniak. And Nate, you were going up against a top 6 guy, battle going back and forth, and take us through the match, the big win there, the big pin.
Honestly, Coach told me before the match, he said I should beat him in neutral. So I just took advantage in neutral, brought him down, and stuck him with the cradle.
Right, and cradle, a lot of cradles tonight from both teams. Must be the go-to, something you guys are working on in the room?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
All right, and so you're the hammer of the night. You're our guy. You had the outstanding match, but that not only your match, that kind of got the momentum going for you guys. Gavin Porter goes out there and does the same thing. Talk about Gavin's match.
Gavin, he's been working hard in the room nonstop. He's a great drill partner, and we just get all the work in at practice we need to get done. So
disappointing loss on Saturday. You get the bounce back win tonight. You got 2 big matches. You're not out of the conference race yet. You guys have Sussex Central and Cape, and I think you have them back to back. What are your thoughts going into those 2 matches to end the season?
I think we get through adversity good as a team, so I think we should be able to get through it.
Nathan Lesniak, Nate, thank you for the nice match tonight. Hang around because we want to get a picture of you to put up on social media. So just hang tight real quick as we wrap up here tonight. So, folks, that is the wrap, 46 to 32. Remember, Saturday at noon, we have the Sussex Central Golden Knights traveling to Caesar Rodney to take on the Caesar Rodney Riders. And that'll be a big Head-on Conference matchup. Sussex Central just dropped the match to Milford. And we'll have that Saturday at noon. So, folks, thanks for joining us. I'm Benny Mitchell for Nick Halliday and Nick, the 2 Nicks, Nick Alessandrini. That's a wrap from Smyrna High School. Smyrna High School 46. Caesar Rodney 32, folks. Have a good night.